Op 4 found a bomb. You must defend it.
No.
Interrogation!
You have been spotted.
Just
Interrogation! Interrogation! What's up, guys? Today we're doing another operator guide on how to play as Caveira in Rainbow Six Siege 2025, talking all about Cav, how to use your silent step effectively, and how to rank up and win more matches while playing as Cav. Honestly, one of my favorite operators to play in Siege. She's definitely the most fun operator to play in Siege. Let's talk about why she can be effective. So you have the M12 SMG as well as the SPAS 15 shotgun. Okay. Two distinct playstyles with these guns. This, if you want a little bit more medium to longer range, engagements you plan on taking, not much destruction can be done. I have a suppressor on it just to kind of match Cav's playstyle of being a little sneaky. Does decent damage, but the fire rate is extremely slow, so you do need to be careful with that. And then you have the SPAS 15 shotgun, which is just a close range slayer when you just want to like fire people down when they're up close. And you can use this for a lot of utility, like opening hatches and making rotates, etc. And then you have what makes Cav kind of special, her liaison pistol, which when you're using her ability, this is the only gun that you will be able to use in your silent step. It will down with headshots, so you can go for those little interrogations, which we'll talk about. At 65 damage, it is a pretty good gun close range, but the damage fall off is significant at longer ranges. So super good pistol, and it makes her a little bit faster running around the map. You see the move speed. I mean, she is a speed demon running around with the liaison. And with silent step, it's going to be really hard to hear her when she's moving slower. When you are sprinting in silent step, you are going to be a little bit louder, so people are going to be able to hear a little bit, but she's going so fast, just a little bit of audio, I mean, you're already flying in. And impacts and proximity alarms and observation blockers. To me, this is a given. You bring impacts because a lot of times as Cav, there's like a lot of weird cluster situations where impacts may help you come out on top, be able to make a quick rotation or finish off an enemy that you can't get to. It'll help out a lot. Definitely bring the impacts. So here's Cav's silent step. When you bring it out, switch to your pistol. When she's moving like this, her audio is extremely quiet, a little bit louder, and definitely louder. But listen to the audio change. The audio change is pretty significant. Crouching. It is a lot quieter if you're trying to get close range and take somebody on. It can be really effective to work flanks and flank the enemy and kill them. So one of the biggest things about Cav is her interrogation, which we'll show you in some of the gameplay clips, where if I down an enemy with with anything, or walk up to a down enemy, or if I use a silent step and I headshot one and I down them, then I will be able to go on top of them, doing a short little animation which will spot every other attacker on the map with like a perma scan for like 5 to 10 seconds, which is honestly kind of nuts, which again I'll show you guys in the gameplay. So how to really play as Cav? Two options. I'll either set up the site at the start of the round if I don't really care if they know that I exist. Make it really easy with the shotgun. But if I want to be really sneaky and I don't want them to even know that we have a Cav, at the start of the round, I'll sprint down and go hide somewhere kind of weird so they can't really know where I'm at. So they won't really know that there's even a Cav on the board. So they come in underneath, unexpecting that the Cav is on the board. If you want them to spot you and see you, so they do go underneath, giving you potential, roam opportunities, that is fine too. But either way, two different play styles. Definitely you are not playing on the side as Cav because she doesn't really get much out of her ability on site. It's all about flanking, guerrilla tactics, taking fights, moving around, working flanks, catching the enemy off guard, and just, doing things like this, catching the enemy off guard as you move around the map and flank. Trying to be as stealthy as possible. So definitely makes it better on bigger maps like Bank, Consulate, Lair, etc. And we're gonna go to some of the gameplay for Cav. All right, now let's break down some Cav gameplay. Here I'm underneath on Skyscraper. I hear a boss G. We go. Interrogation! Interrogation goes off, and here you can see, I can see every attacker on the map. You don't get a full outline, but you do get to see their icons, exactly where they're at, so you can reassess what you're gonna do. Here I see the Zofia to my right. I swing out with a shotgun outside and just spray her down. Now it's a 4v1. Twitch is outside, almost dies, and my teammate does end up killing her. Back on Skyscraper, I hear a buck underneath. And free interrogation. Boom. Can reassess, re-engage. I don't get any kills during that interrogation, but I do kind of know where they're coming from and just kind of wait. And we do get the ash. And then another interrogation. Makes it so damn good to be able to just like run around. Okay, here we're on Consulate. Just kind of floating around downstairs, looking for any potential flanks. I impact the wall, catch one off guard, as well as see one. I get another interrogation. We see an Amaru running up, full sprint, but interrogate. Makes it easy. And I go for the back-to-back. The back-to-back interro. Now we see what the last one is. It's Twitch. Bottom yellow. Hiding behind a pillar. I shoot the Claymore. I bring the shotgun out just to make these kind of fights a little bit easier. Not much you can do there. Now we're on Bank, one of my favorite maps to actually play Cav because there's a lot of flank routes. We down the Ibana. I do hear someone else in the background. This brings me to a very key point of the interrogations, is don't just go for one every single time, because if you down someone and there's another enemy nearby going for an interrogate, they can shoot you while you do it and then revive their teammate. So if you know you can't get it off, make sure to just finish off your kill. It's better to be safe than sorry. I run into the hatch room. I hear them in open. I know I don't really want to take that firefight. Instead, I'm down to do this to really catch them off guard. I swing up the staircase. The Grim being out. I go in fast. We down the Grim instantly. Because remember how good this gun is up close. Close to range, there's not many things an attacker can do. I have a shotgun and a pistol, and I can go in super fast, very quick ADS speed before he's really ready for it. I mean, what's Grim realistically going to do here holding that angle? Not much. And Ace only fires one time because I thought I shot him earlier. Super good flank potential, just being able to sprint around the map. If you know things are being watched, things are being held, obviously you don't want to sprint into gunfire. So at higher elo, it is going to be harder to get away with more aggressive plays, but when they work, they definitely work. Here now we're on Oregon. I was hiding in the basement. Minute the round goes in, they're pushing up to master. I'm getting calls from my teammates, kind of listening to what the enemy is doing. I hear shield. We see a Finka, we see a Montaigne, taking them both out and just getting the hell out of there. Skyscraper now. Working a flank top green. I hear a Blackbeard close.
Oh my god.
Knock his shield away, but he does get a melee. Remember, this pistol does do 65 damage, so feet shots are going to work. We take down the Blackbeard. I hit him with an impact, so don't bother, because I know there's probably another enemy nearby. And we take down the IQ, making sure to use the silence up as on the approach, because he knows I'm to the right, but doesn't know that I'm going to be sprinting at him full speed. He's going to throw a grenade bottom green and then swing me. So I take the engagement first, taking him down. I knew that the grenade was probably going to kill him anyway, so I didn't care. I hear a call that one is outside ops door, so I sprint out. We see the Iana straight across. We take her, and I see in this moment while I'm shooting Iana, I see in my peripheral the thermite. This is one of those times that I like to bring the M12 on bigger maps like this, where this range with the pistol is going to be a little bit more lateral, and this gun is going to give me a couple more options. And I don't really need to make as many rotates. Impacts are going to be enough. So I kill one, swap targets, take down the second. Now we're on Canal, holding an angle on the window, hops in, takes him down. So here I see one, I actually see 2 there. I fight 1, kill another. And right here, we've already killed 3 people. Now, next round, Canal. I shoot the buck, making sure to watch that shadow. He swings back into it. We do take him down. Here, I wanted to go for runouts. That's why I brought the M12 in the first place. So I can run out and find those long-range engagements. And getting some long-range shots. Obviously, with the pistol or a shotgun, a runout like that's not going to be viable. But with this SMG, it can be viable. So you're definitely not going to really want this gun in a straight-up raw firefight one-on-one. But catching someone off guard, it could still work. All right, guys, that is it about Cav. Honestly, extremely simple op to use, and honestly, I feel like most people would agree with this. Cav is probably one of the most fun operators in Siege to play, but she's also one of the operators that is prone to the most throw potential in Siege because you're not really bringing any actual util. Your util is all about time denial and securing kills. If you can waste the attacker's time, if you can secure kills, and if you get an interrogation, it'll pay off. It's definitely not an operator we're going to bring every single round nonstop because Cav is all about the surprise factor. If they know to expect a Cav, they're going to bring some counters to Cav. Like a Deimos is Cav's worst nightmare because if Deimos gets a good scan on Cav, he'll know exactly where you're at all times. Jackal less so because she won't be able, Jackal won't be able to see Cav's feet when she's in silent step. So actually Cav is a fairly decent counter to Jackal. Dokkaebi is really annoying because of the global ability, your phone going off. There's a couple, good counters to Cav. So definitely trying to make it so that you're not seen, you're not known, they don't know Cav exists. That is when I've personally found the most success is Cav, when they don't know that I exist. They don't know someone's going to be going for those quick, fast, close engagement plays because most of the time they're going to think it's going to be like an operator with like an ACOG or like an SMG, kind of like, holding an angle or swinging them from like a flank route. And that's fine, but Cav is all about getting up close and just mowing down the enemy. And if you can isolate somebody, that interrogation is going to be the round changer. If you get an interrogation around, 9 times out of 10, you're probably winning that round. You can see every attacker on the map. You know exactly what they're doing, where they're going, and you might be able to kill an extra, person or 2 or 3. So Cav is a pretty good operator. She's definitely not the best operator in Siege, but she is damn fun to play. And that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe, drop a comment, and leave a like down below for more. Peace out. Until next time. Hey.